everybody!
Good afternoon, guys.
Welcome back to our series on free and cheap things to do if you are in Orlando on vacation. Today we are at the Kissimmee Lakefront Park.
Yep.
And we want to get out and explore and see everything that there is to do here. This is just indicative of what a park in the Orlando area is like. There are probably hundreds of them. I have seen so many. You don't necessarily have to come to this one, but they are all free public parks and they have probably more to do than you would actually think.
Yeah.
I have got my Explore Here app that I've talked about on this channel lots and lots before. And Michael has the Seek app, and we're going to go try to learn some history, find some cool animals. I've got my fingers crossed. I really hope we see an alligator.
Oh, okay.
And just check it out and show you that if you can find a park near you that you don't have to pay a lot of money to get to, you can probably kill quite a few hours and have a really good time.
Yeah, I think you'd be surprised what you can do in one of Florida's parks.
Let's go check this out.
Let's go.
All right, I want to check this out first. This is, oh, it's the Veterans Memorial. I saw something about a memorial to the United States, and that would be this. We've got Army, Navy, Air Force, Coast Guard. I called this one Navy, but it's actually the Marine Corps. And there's markers over here for the many founding families of Kissimmee. It's a lot to read and it's a pretty warm day, so we're going to skip all of that, but that's kind of cool that they honored the people who helped build Kissimmee. We are on the hunt for a different historical marker. I think it's going to be this way.
Where are we headed?
I was wrong. We are actually headed. We may go right. No. We go left here.
Okay.
Let me see.
We're going right, but okay.
Wait. I'm confused. We're going that way.
Okay, let's go this way.
We are looking for a statue
Okay.
for the siege of Bataan and Corregidor.
Okay.
And let me tell you. It was, the text on the monument is about the siege of Bataan and Corregidor during World War II. After Japan invaded the Philippines in December of 1941, General Douglas MacArthur and his forces withdrew to the Bataan Peninsula and the fortified island of Corregidor. They defended Bataan for 99 days, but with no food, medicine, or ammunition left, they surrendered to the Japanese in April of 1942. Corregidor fell 1 month later. The Bataan Death March followed, during which over 10,000 people died. Of the 36,000 Americans who defended Bataan and Corregidor, only 7,000 survived the war. A monument in Kissimmee Lakefront Park commemorates the Americans and Filipinos who served in defense of democracy in the Philippines during World War II.
Wow.
And there's a statue here.
Yeah.
I think we're going the right way.
This beautiful tree.
I know, this park is gorgeous.
It is, isn't it? All this space. Bronze statue, huh?
That way.
This way, okay.
And then we gotta turn over. Look at this lake. Okay, let me get the name of this lake real quick. It is a name I don't know if I can pronounce. Lake Tohopekaliga?
Yes.
Okay,
Tohopekaliga. I wonder if that was a tribe?
I'm assuming it's an indigenous name. The lake is huge and the park does not span all of it, but I saw there were quite a few monuments here in the park, so I want to be sure we at least hit all.
Yeah, for sure.
I wonder if I can see anything right here.
Yeah, see, there's a lookout right here.
You have to use this.
Right?
I can't.
I think it's for kiddos.
I can't squat. Where are we? We're in the bushes. Okay. Can you see anything? Can you see the monument?
Cannot. I see some ducks out there.
God, this lake is gorgeous. And it smells really good too. It smells clean and it smells like like flowers and fresh.
Yes, I smell the flowers big time.
Fresh flora. There it is. I see it. And just so anybody knows, I'm using the Explore Here app. Explore Here. It's my favorite thing to do. That's actually how I found this park in the first place. And I love to look up monuments, statues, historical markers, that kind of thing on the Explore Here app. I'll show you this monument. Okay. This is beautiful. Take a moment to admire the Spanish moss. You know I have to. This monument is dedicated to the Americans and Filipinos who served in defense of democracy in the Philippines during World War II, especially in Bataan and Corregidor, and on the infamous Death March. This is my jam, guys. I just love finding things like this. Honor those who died, that you might stand here free this day. Bataan Corregidor Memorial, a tribute to courage, dedicated on May the 20th, 1995. Awesome. I'll be honest, this is something I really didn't even know about until I looked up this marker and read. There's more on Explore Here, the Explore Here app, than I actually read out loud. Which I read that too, but I didn't think you guys wanted to hear me narrate all of that. Some people may already know this story. I didn't, so I'm really glad that I got to come here and learn about this today.
If anybody is riding bikes in this park, this is something that's really neat. I've never seen before. They actually have a tire gauge and air, a set of Allen wrenches and other wrenches to fix your bike, and the ability to prop it up to do so. That's really, really cool. Gosh, it's so beautiful out today. 76 degrees. Jules is over here at this monument. I'm sure you're learning all about it on her video. Okay, which way do you read this? Top to bottom or left to right? I know it's left to right. But
I started honor those that you, and then
I did too.
It goes this way.
I did the same thing.
I didn't see the backside of this memorial, but this is very similar to the story that I was just telling you about. If anybody wants to pause the video and read, this is extra cool because there's actually a map. The Death March that began April 9th began way down there at, I guess it's called Mariveles, and went all the way to the train tracks. The survivors who straggled through the gates of Camp O'Donnell did not know how many of their fellow soldiers had failed to make it. Wow. Anyway, if you want to pause and read, this is the rest of the information that was on Explore Here's app. Okay, we've got some more historical markers coming up, so we're just going to follow the trail that goes alongside this awesome lake. Go find some more cool history.
Let's do it.
Can you see this humongous bird on top of this light?
Wow. Where's my sea cap will tell me what that is.
Pull it out. You wanna? This lake, I can't get over. It's so gorgeous. No litter. So beautiful. Oh, he's got a friend coming in.
See that?
Can you see what he's doing with his neck?
Like waddling.
Somebody tell me what kind of bird this is.
Hang on, I'm trying.
Michael's got his sea gap out.
There are all these.
You can identify that it's a bird. Oh, that's good. That's a start.
You see how the bottom part of his bill is yellow? Guys, I cannot see my phone screen because of the sun glare, so I hope you can see what I'm trying to film. Gator check. I don't see it yet. See some birds having a good time over there.
It's as much as it'll tell me.
Is that it's a bird?
It said it's a bird.
Good job, Seek. you tried.
It's a perching bird. That's just the order. We still have 3 more to go to identify it. It's in the order of... What's behind me?
Something with a little red head.
Typical old world cormorant.
Typical?
A typical old world cormorant?
Tell me what these things are.
Okay, hang on.
They've got little red
diver
heads.
ducks.
Diver ducks. They got little red heads.
Oh, he's in the family. He's a coot. Give me a second. Hang on, let me do the one that's being still.
Yeah.
A moorhen.
Moorhen?
Hang on. See if I can identify specifically. It's a common gallinule. Gallinule. Gallinule.
There you go.
Why are they all common
And typical.
and typical?
Obelisk alert. Michael spotted this one and I didn't even see it on my app. Let's go check this one out.
Uh-huh.
A little odd. It says, in memory of those who shall have borne the battle.
Mm-hmm. World War I and World War II.
World War I.
Korea, Vietnam.
Are they local from here?
I think so.
All right, it is listed on the Explore Here app as a monument, but there is no information, and when I try to click on the monument, it doesn't show a picture or anything. So if I had to guess, I would say these are locals. Perhaps from World War I and II and Korea and Vietnam. Found this cool looking lamppost that we thought was a water fountain.
I think so. Look.
Do you think it ever was
At one time.
a water fountain?
I think it was. I really do.
It's very cool, but it says here it's in memory of Billy Mackinson, St. Mihiel, October 1918.
Wow.
It's really pretty.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Wouldn't that be cool if it was
Mhm.
a water fountain?
Mhm.
I don't think I've ever seen a lamppost water fountain. That would be neat.
Yeah.
All right, we are approaching the lighthouse, but I think our monument will come up before then. All right, guys, this is the next monument. I'm going to read it to you, but instead of making you look at this, I'll have you look at the beautiful lake. How about? Hamilton Diston was the son of Mary Steelman and Henry Diston, a successful industrialist whose firm, later named Henry Diston & Sons, eventually became the world's largest saw manufacturing company. As a teenager, Diston became an apprentice in his father's company until he volunteered to join the Union Army during the Civil War a few years later. He served as a private in the Army until the end of the war in 1865. After the war, Diston returned home and worked in the company, becoming president in 1878 after the death of his father. After the war, Hamilton Diston purchased 4 million acres of marshland in Florida, making him the largest single landowner in the United States. Included in his purchase was the small trading post of Allendale located on this is that lake we're at, Tohopekaliga's northwest shore. The outpost had grown by hundreds to become the existing city of Kissimmee. Diston contracted with the state of Florida to drain its southern lands and deepen the Kissimmee River. Along with the growth of the South Florida Railroad, the town on Lake Tohopekaliga became a transportation hub of Central Florida.
That's really cool. Wow.
Neat.
Yeah.
I love stuff like this.
4 million acres of swamp marsh. Can you imagine taking a chance on that?
Yeah, well,
You know?
when it looks like this, what were you gonna do with
What do you
it?
want to do with it? Exactly.
Boy, the birds in this park.
I know. These ducks are so active. Oh,
They're down in the shrubbery. Diving or something?
that's why I call them diver ducks. Yeah, because what they'll do is go,
It's the first piece of litter I've noticed.
straight down to find their food and back up.
There's a lot of birds here. If you are a bird person, this is the place to go. You can hear them, you can see them, you can watch them. And I don't see any alligators. I'm so surprised. Look at the beautiful flowers. I remember this kind of bush or tree from when we lived in Indian Harbor Beach. I would film it every time we went to the park.
Well, look it up. We need to figure out what it is.
Tell me what this is.
Okay.
Keep on enjoying it while he looks it up. Beautiful color. Watch the big hole. Okay.
It won't identify it.
Maybe the sea gap needs a reboot. An update.
I think my CCAP needs an update. It would just tell me that it was in the Bignonia family. It wouldn't get any further along than that. Even though I was way up on the flower itself. I'm not sure. Gosh, isn't that beautiful?
Alright guys, here's our next marker. And I'm gonna let you look at the beautiful lake. Lake Tohopekaliga.
Let me read this one.
Yeah.
The city of Kissimmee rests on the northern shore of the historic Lake Tohopekaliga. This vast lake, almost 19,000 acres, is connected to the Kissimmee chain of lakes. Lake Toho, as the locals call it, has played an important role to Kissimmee both historically and ecologically. During the Second Seminole War in the early 1800s, the small islands within the lake provided protection, helping the Seminole Indians resist U.S. troops. This was how Lake Toho got its name. Tohopekaliga means fort site. By the late 1800s, major development was beginning to happen. The first small outpost on Lake Toho, called Allendale, grew rapidly and would eventually become Kissimmee. After extensive dredging of the lake and its connecting waterways, Kissimmee became an important trading center using steamships for cargo and passengers. Today, the lake is known as one of the best lakes in Florida for bass fishing.
Cool.
Several major bass fishing tournaments are held here annually. Additionally, Lake Toho is rich with wildlife. It is home to many species of animals, such as alligators, bald eagles, blue herons, snell kites, white-tailed deer, bobcats, and turkeys.
And look how much this lake kind of looks like a manatee.
Oh yeah, I didn't even
Don't you
think
think
about
so? This is his
that.
tail, and this is his front
exactly.
flippers, and
Mhm.
maybe one of the manatees from somewhere else because the head's a little different. More like a sea cow or
Yeah.
something. Let's go check out the lighthouse.
Let's do it.
Whoa! Watch your step.
I saw that.
So there's alligators here. That doesn't surprise me because it's water, but I haven't seen one yet. Really want to see an alligator today. I think I see a bird.
Yeah?
It's either airing its wings or it has a nest out there on
I see that.
island.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about.
Look at this big bird.
I'll try the
I
happy
can't
bird.
tell if he's on my screen, guys, because of the sun glare. He's a big one, though. There he goes. I think the sea gap is a bust
I
today.
didn't get that one.
All right, so this is the lighthouse. Is it all bricked up? Yeah, I guess you can't go inside it. You think it was ever a working lighthouse? I should look that up. Editing Julie, look that up. We were just talking about the bass fishing out here. Can't get over these birds and all the noises they're making.
I know the wildlife is crazy. We only have one boat out here today, but we're assuming they're bass fishing.
I think we're out of monuments, but I see a, there has to be a carving up there, right? Of that gigantic owl let's go check that out.
That's a carving.
It's a big,
Can you imagine?
it's a big bird if it's real.
Yeah.
I don't want to film any kids, but I'm going to update you real quick. There's a nice playground and a really nice splash pad. I think I've just seen my first alligator of the day. 2 warthogs, Florida panther, and the owls up there. I don't know why the splash pad is turned off today because I would be in it.
The sign, only on weekends, babe.
Oh,
Yeah.
only weekends. Okay.
9 a.m.
Well, there you go. A fake owl, a fake alligator. There is a marina down there, but I think this is as far as we're going to go because there aren't any more markers. What a beautiful day to be laying out here and getting some sun though. This park is so gorgeous. I'm so glad we came. We're going to take this beautiful boardwalk on our way back. Oh, there's another marker up here. Let's go see what that says. That one wasn't on Explore here. Okay, it's not a historical marker, but it's information about what they're calling the rain garden. It's a man-made planted depression created to absorb water runoff from hard surfaces, and the purpose is to capture and temporarily store this water, preventing pollutants and chemicals from re-entering our natural water system. As the water collects in the garden, the loosely compacted soil and the vegetation planted there, typically low-maintenance natives can tolerate both saturated and dry soil conditions, serving as a filtering system, allowing the water to seep into the ground instead of running off into storm drains. Not only can a rain garden provide an attractive method for reducing pollutants, the use of native plants can contribute to urban habitats for native butterflies, birds, and insects. Okay. Okay.
Interesting.
I never heard it. I mean, I'm sure I've seen these. I just
Right,
didn't know
yeah,
there was
you
a
know.
name for them, and I didn't
Right.
know they had a real purpose. It's completely different plants, isn't it?
Yeah.
Huh. All right. Like,
So essentially, all of these plants filter the rainwater to put back into our system that we drink.
yeah, when it floods, instead of letting all that flood water just go straight back into the lake, they can catch it here. The plants can help filter it, and they can try to keep some of the pollutants out. I think that's really cool. There's another rain garden over here, and I saw it as we walked past the first time. but not having seen that there was a sign and I didn't know what it was, I want to make sure we show it to you on our way back out. Those are some pretty, I think you call those cattails? Could be wrong, but they really are pretty, aren't they? Lilies of some sort, maybe? This is cool. Learned something else new today. Learning so much.
And there's the storm drain, I guess. Yeah. Another playground over here in the corner. Yeah, that's a big one. That's big slides. That plastic's going to be hot today, though.
That little water park.
Yeah, I know.
Michael has talked a lot about water in Florida, and we just came across this on our walk back out. Tell me what this
It's
is.
another stormwater quality improvement project, it says.
Yeah?
The problem, stormwater runoff from impervious surfaces, i.e. pavement and concrete, enters the inlets and flows untreated into the underground stormwater pipes. That means it's going out to the lake. Of course, we've got litter, hydrocarbon debris, vegetative matter, major source of pollution, negatively impacting the species of wildlife. So, they have installed control devices. They call this a
Baffle box.
That's interesting. To treat the stormwater.
How does it work?
Yeah. If you look down here, somehow
It flows from upstream inlets into the baffle box. Litter, debris, and vegetation are captured in the screen system.
It looks like what would be on our water filter at home or in the pitcher, but on a much larger.
You can see inside it. Sort of. It's about as good as I can do, guys.
Different. So the oil that floats on top is captured by an absorbent media boom. And so the result means clear water will flow out of this box out into the lake.
Cool.
Interesting.
I feel like I can't ever pass one of these without filming it, because I think they're so gorgeous. This is one of my favorite things about Florida. Found one out in the wild.
Yeah. So as we're exiting the park on the major road here, this I'm assuming is going to be where they divert the water that accumulates on the road into another area here.
Another rain garden.
Yeah, another rain garden. That's really interesting how they've done that for this lake.
So this is a rain garden, and I've learned that today, and I'll never forget it.
I know. Yeah,
There's
exactly.
probably a lot of people watching this video like, you've never heard of a rain garden? Well, I hadn't, okay? But now I know, and I'm really happy to know something. I'm happy to know that.
Yeah, and I think it's really cool that they're all over this park to help conserve the lake.
Driving it home.
Driving it home.
Speaking of driving it home, let's get out of here.
Okay.
All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I had a really good time.
I did too.
I hate we didn't see an alligator.
Well, we've seen so many alligators the last little bit.
If you want to see alligators, go to Gatorland, and we have done a vlog on that if you want to see what that'll be like.
But no, I mean, it's like you said before, it's very indicative of what we have seen, what our experience has been with parks in Florida. So, yeah, another great example. Lots to do, water, wildlife, and usually some historical markers. And when it's a clear day, a sunny day like this, you also get the advantage of getting sun. So, all in all, it was great.
I want to say, in my experience, the parks that I have been to in Florida, and including this one, have clean bathrooms.
Yep.
They're always well stocked. There's always water fountains, and the water tastes great. I wanted
Yep.
to show you in this video.
Yeah.
The parks are usually pretty clean. I have never felt unsafe. It's great that they're free.
Yep.
And I really thought with our apps we were going to learn a little history, maybe spot some animals we can identify, and we had no idea we were going to learn about the water filtration system. So
Absolutely.
I think you can get a few great hours. These are way more than just a picnic shelter and a place to let your kids play on a playground. There's a lot in these parks.
Right. And what you're trying to do, the free and cheap, this is one that if you do have a day that's, off the parks, it's perfect to take the kiddos.
Yeah.
There was 2 really big playgrounds and a splash pad when it's open. Right now it's only open on the weekends, but I'm sure as we get later into the year it'll probably be open. So yeah, perfect to come spill a half a day, a few hours, picnic. There was shelters that you could get in the shade. I loved it.
Get you some of the cool apps, like we have the Explore Here app or the Seek app, and just go to town. You'll learn a lot and have a great time, get some sun, some exercise. I think it's totally worth it.
That's right. And I'd never had the Seek app until we moved to Florida, and now I use it daily because it's so many things I haven't seen or
There's
experienced
another app,
before.
I need to put it on the screen because neither one of us have it, where you can actually identify birds by the sounds that they make, and I wish I had that app here.
I need that one. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
All right, guys, we'll see you another day in another adventure. Have a great time on your trip to Orlando.
That's right. Have a good day, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.